Good afternoon, everybody, and a very warm welcome to Milden Hall and Districts. But today we are not at Milden Hall and Districts because my layout does not look nothing like this. Today I'm visiting my good friend Nigel at his layout, Cotton End, and we've got some special trains running as well. And so I'm going to spin you around and I'm going to show you the trains, and then we'll have a quick look at the layout, and I'm going to introduce you to Nigel for those of you who haven't met him, because it's his layout, and I'll get him to say hello. So, toodaloo.
Hello everyone, welcome to Cotton End and my layout. I'm always indebted to Susannah for her help on getting this running well. We're quite pleased at the moment with the engines and the layout. We haven't had too many problems, touch wood. I'll let Susannah take you around the layout and you can see what it entails.
Here's what it entails. So he's just got his HST Midland Pullman, which looks absolutely fab on this layout. And this is the 5-car set, and it looks so smart, which is one of the reasons why we're running the other Midland Pullman, which is also running around. So it's a bit of a homage, because I haven't actually seen it running on his layout. So we might have a bit of a meet coming on, because it's just approaching now. So there's the HST, and then there's the other one. And it's running absolutely lovely at the moment. He's also got a nice selection in the big station, which I'll take you around in a minute. But he's got the Western Pullman, so we might give that a whiz since we've got the blue Pullman out. So we might get the Western Pullman out as well. And he's got the APT, the 800, and a number of other locos. So I'm virtually in the doorway, and I just wanted to sort of give you an idea of size and scale. So I wanted to get as far back. Well, actually, before we do that, I've always loved this. So yeah, so as a size and scale, now I'm trying to really kind of get up and about so you can actually see how big this is. Now this bridge you can sort of see hanging up in the sky there. That's kind of the analogue line which runs. It is the analogue line on the top, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. DC.
So all the old DC stuff can have a little run out on the top line, and that is the most impressive part in the middle. Oh, the HST is just coming. I can see it. Let's have a little. Oh, so I'll get my finger out of the way. Stand by. And there you go. So as a bit of a history lesson, I actually met Nigel through the railway club at the Alton, or the railway group, and we've become very good friends. And he runs the Digitrack system here, as I do, which was the Digitrack system, which was what we were using at the club. So that's what we sort of became used to. And I know I'm very happy with it. And Nigel does run the Digitrack system, but he also runs accessory decoders and DCC concepts, bits and pieces, and because as you can imagine, it is an absolute electrical sort of loads of stuff that needs to go in to get this sort of size layout to really work. He's got a good friend of his called Brian, and he comes over a lot and does things like this, adds like lighting to vehicles, which looks absolutely stunning. I mean, it's always something to see when you come here, which is what I really like. I like the bus station as well, the bus garage. And then
Brian's the electronics whiz kid, and Dennis does all of the stuff to do with the lighting that you can see in the vehicles and the buildings.
So the HST, which is just sort of coming by now, that's got Legoman Biffo sound in it. That really does look smart. I always like coming to see Nigel, because we always have a good time, because it's actually really nice just to actually enjoy playing trains with somebody else who's like-minded, and that's something that I'm trying to achieve back at Mills and Holland Districts, trying to get other people involved with my layout as well, because it does really make for a really nice afternoon just to spend it with some friends, and just have a good chat, and both have a common interest, just enjoying the trains running by. So we've got the bus garage, which we all know for me is kind of like a must, although mine's temporarily out of service for now. We've then got the kind of quarry area, and you've got the ramp that leads up to the village. That 25 just over there is a relatively new arrival. And then, as you can see along here, like some of these vehicles, like that just looks so smart with lighting. And I like this bus as well because it's actually got indicators on it as well, and it just looks really, really nice. That just looks ace. It really does. So there you go. You've got the top line still running. So this is the DC line up the top here. And then we have the Hornby suspension bridge, which looks really great. And like I said, you've got the quarry scene here, and then you've got the post office scene along here. And there's a new bit, which when I move on the inside, hopefully I'll remember everything, I'll show you that more in a bit closer detail. One of my favourite locos on this layout has to be this one. Ever since he bought it, I actually wanted one, and I've actually got a Helgen 86, and I didn't realise that this was an 80. I think this one's an 85. So I actually bought the wrong one, but don't. But honestly, I still love my 86. No regrets. And so you've got this one, and he's got a blue one as well as the as Midland Pool goes running around. It's got some lovely little buildings here. It just goes on forever, this layout. Now this is Nigel's cheat sheet that tells him, he picks a card and all the information about the loco is on the card. So that's really, really nice to have that, because then he knows exactly what functions do what. So that's really cool. And then obviously you've got the DC line coming up from here. Kind of got a bit of an abandoned scrapyard type thing going on over there, which I really like. And then, like I said, he runs the Digitrack system along here. He also has a laptop to help him as well. And then you've got this view, which is what I really like of the station, because you really look right down the station actually. See if I can get my fingers out of the way. Let's just try and go down.
And everyone will recognise it's King's Cross, won't they?
Oh yeah, exactly. I think that actually might be my thumbnail. Because I know you've always said to me how impressive this view is from along here when you look directly down the station, and I have to say it really is an impressive sight. So then you kind of got a yard going on along here. That's it, let's zoom out a bit. So you've got the yard coming along here, and that's a really lovely signal box, which I really like as well. That's a nice signal box. That looks really smart there. So you've got the triangle there. One of my other locos that I do actually like listening to here is this one here. Nigel's got two, and they're two Suttons 24s, and they sound absolutely epic. Actually, got to have a look at the. I think, to be honest, it's probably the best sounding locos that I think he has here on this layout. I think to my ears.
I agree with you.
He's also got, actually, funny enough, I didn't actually show it to you, but this is absolutely beautiful as well. Which is, where is it? Oh yeah, don't know if you can see it. Well, let's have a little look. See, he's got that beautiful GT3. That is absolutely beautiful in that glossy finish. That's just so nice. Right, let's carry on. Carry on, carry on, carry on, carry on. And it's just, it's got a little station up the top here. And then you've got an engine shed right down the end. Well, quite a few. You've got some steamers on the left. That's where the steamers live. And then you've got that's an old school APT there. That's the old Hornby one. This isn't the new one. And he's also got a Curascale 55 Deltic over there, which I'm not a huge fan of the Deltics, to be honest. But if I was to buy one, that would be the one I'd buy, the green one with the half yellow ends, or the full yellow ends. Yeah, actually, that has actually got, yeah, that's another one, to be fair, that's got really great sound on that. And then we've got kind of like a little bit of a siding here, which it's almost like a sort of heritage DMU type area here, which then is linked up through this kind of track here, goes along here, and then into the layout. And then you're sort of at this other end. So I was standing just a little while ago right in that corner, and now you can just sort of see how big this is. It's just absolutely mahoosive. I don't know how Nigel does it, to be honest. Cope with this. Oh, look, that's a lovely.
Not very well.
No, you've done a grand job, Nigel. Let's just follow this. That's a nice shot of running it around. It's so smooth. And you just see it just go off into the distance, and it's just like, it might be a roundy layout, but it's a big roundy layout. Look what's moving. One of my faves. Well, probably my fave. I love this loco. Don't know why, but I've always been drawn to it since he got it. And there we go. So we've now moved on to the inside of the layout, and I'm just going to show you the other side. So this is the back side of the bus garage, and I'm just going to take you to. Now this is the piece that that's new to me, because when I last came here, I think, if I remember correctly, it was just up to where this coach is, exactly. And I think this bit to the right, that's what Nigel's added since I was last here, and I think I was last here probably a few months ago. Oh, that's a nice opportunity to meet. But my fingers always get in the way. Yeah, so this is the new bit that he's working on, and this is his like little bird's eye. I guess they're vent vans or banana vans. Is that what they were called, or something?
Yeah, they're bird's eye refrigerated vans.
Yeah, and he's got a nice selection of those, and so he's added this in. He's also, and then after you've got this sort of postal area here in this corner here, and then he's added this. Now, some of you may recognise some of this stuff that I'm showing you, because this originally came from Alan over at Dragon Junction to me, and it was on my layout for a while. It was then surplus to requirements, and I asked Nigel if he would like them, and he said he could do something with them. So these two were originally over sort of along here, but he's moved them. So he's moved them over here and put them there. These two buildings are also, it's like a dead end, and these two buildings were originally over here, and he's moved them over here. And I think this looks nicer as well, because also here he used to just have a piece of wood, a piece of board that used to look like that, and he wasn't overly keen on that. And he's actually done a much better job now. So, despite our little musical interlude, right, it's been a bit of a while since I last clipped. Right, so this is, like I said, you might recognise from what I had on my layout, but you might also recognise that row of warehouses along the back there that used to be on Ringwood South. So that's something else that was in. Now, I have to point out another set of locals that I do like, and I have a little bit of a fondness of them, is I like these two. They're really, really lovely, and I like the green as well because they're the dark green. So I do like these two green 20s. They're lovely as well. Have they got sound in those?
Yes.
Oh, maybe we can run those.
Yes.
Well, there you go.
As long as there's a track somewhere.
Yeah, we'll find somewhere. Right, okay, so right, back in the middle here. So this is like the pièce de résistance, as they say, of the layout, which is this station here. And it just looks absolutely awesome, it really does. It really does look great, and it's just such nice viewing angles, and also with the lights. I like the lights in the cabs, like these two here. They look great. That just looks absolutely awesome. And I've always liked these bubble cabs as well. Then you've got the entrance to the station. You have a little peekaboo. That just looks awesome. Like I said, you look inside. That just looks absolutely awesome. I always enjoy coming here, I have to say. And wow, look at that for a view. That's a great view there. And then we'll have a little closer look at, so this is the inner part. It's got the Akira scale delta that we touched on earlier, which I really like, and this is the old school Hornby APT. We've still got the 43. There is another one running around, which I'll show you in a little while. And then we come to another big sort of peninsula, and that is the roundhouse, which is pretty impressive as well. And that's just mahoosive. Now this is another one of my favourites, this one here. I've had a fondness for this. I do like it. It's Helgen Kestrel. Yeah, I do like that as well. That's another one of my faves. This one is kind of almost like a stranger to the layout. Whenever I see this locomotive, I always think it's a bit of a stranger, because it doesn't really. So here we are with the, like I said, with the 66. The reason why I say I find it a bit of a stranger is because compared to what else is on the layout, it does seem a bit too new. But it's like anything sort of runs on this, so that's cool. But I always find it like spot the odd one out. Nigel does like his fife. Is it fife? Is that what they call it?
Sorry?
What's the banana train called? Is it fives, is it?
Fives, yes.
I mean, look at the amount of wagons he's got there. The amount of yellow. There's a lot of yellow here. And he's got his so there's his warehouse and these lorries. So there's quite a few here. Which is just, this is just awesome. And then you've got another station on the back end. And then here. So this kind of comes off the main line where the Midland one is. And then we also have a coal drop as well along here. HST is just coming by, so we'll give it. Oh, actually, we'll skip the HST because we haven't seen this one yet.
Something would come and derail.
Right, here we go, we're filming in. So let's see if we can get what I want. Is this the money shot? It would be if I did it properly. Right, nice and slow. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Well, this is looking better, this is looking better. Oh, that's nice, that's a nice shot there, I can see it.
Oh, it's got magnetic couplers now down there.
Yeah.
I think I'm there, sir. Right, let's see what I'm doing here. That's fine. Maybe.
Don't mind, that's just Nigel playing in the background with that Something's 24.
Sorry, that's me.
It's coming. This is the train that I'm controlling allegedly, even though I'm playing around with the camera. So hello everyone and welcome back to my home and Mildenhall and District. I'd like to say thank you to Nigel for having me at his layout over at Cotton End. I hope you enjoyed the video and my visit there. And until the next time, it's goodbye from me, Susannah, and I live with chains. So bye bye.